What questions should you ask before you buy a new build home here in Phoenix? First thing to consider is, should you buy a new home or should you buy a resale home? Look at all of the costs involved. With a new home, typically you're going to do a lot more in upgrades on that base price. You're also going to have to put in a backyard. Most home builders don't have the finished backyard. It's an open canvas. So anything like pool or landscaping, sometimes even fencing, you're responsible for. So once all of those costs are involved, what does that look like for you? Does it make more sense to buy a resale, or is it better to buy that new home and maybe there's green features and efficiency that makes more sense? When you're walking through these models, they're beautiful. They've been professionally designed. Sometimes their backyards are built out, $400,000 backyards, upgrades galore, and often that base price doesn't cover any of it. So the second thing you're going to want to ask is, what is the average price tag of the upgrades that buyers make in that community? Now, some builders, they will actually have the base model for the model home, and what you see is what you get. But that's more rare. Most builders have some level of upgrades into their model. Now, some builders more than others. We have some builders that put in 50% of the base model in upgrades. So once you know that number, you would know on average. So say a $500,000 house, 10% is on average of what buyers spend in upgrades, then that would mean you should be looking at maybe a $550,000 price tag on the home. Third thing to consider is, what kind of incentives is a builder offering? Are they offering incentives for their lender who's offering you financing? Sometimes that incentive isn't worth it at the end if you use your own independent lender that had a more competitive rate, but often we'll find that those incentives are really beneficial for you and it makes more sense to go with the builder's lender or the builder's title company, or maybe it's a closeout special. But ask before, what kind of incentives are you offering? The fourth thing you're going to want to consider is, what are the long-term plans for the community? You might be buying a home in a small enclave of 10 homes and there's not a lot to look for in terms of infrastructure. Or you might be buying a home in a master plan community of 5,000 homes or bigger where there's a lot of infrastructure going in place. You might see future assessments. You might see HOAs go up or down. And maybe you want to live in this home for 1 or 2 years, but they're going to be building for the next 5, which might affect your price. So depending on what your strategy is and how long you want to live in the home and what you want in terms of a community, ask what those long-term plans look like. The fifth thing we're going to touch on here is, what kind of home warranty is the builder offering? You might be working with a builder that is offering a warranty that is required by law, which would be a 1-year workmanship warranty and a 10-year structural. Or you might be working with a builder that is offering extended warranties, maybe a 2-year warranty or a 5-year warranty, maybe appliance warranty. Just ask, what kind of warranties are you offering? The sixth thing I want to talk about, and very important, is, should you get your own independent inspection? I highly advise on this. And we have our inspector do 2 inspections. One is frame up, pre-drywall, and the other is at the end. Just so you know that you have your own advocate, making sure that the home is built up to code and the quality of construction is there. Finally, I'm going to talk about referrals. Now, when you're moving into a new home, there are going to be a lot of things you're going to have to do. Maybe you need to put in window recoverings. Most backyards are a blank slate. So if you're going to put a pool, can you get a pool company referral? Landscaping, a landscaper referral. Maybe you need an interior designer or a contractor to make some of your own upgrades. So is the builder going to give you these referrals? Or would you like these referrals to come from an agent that has experience with them, from contractors that are honest, affordable, and do good work? Everything I touched on here, a good agent's going to be able to advise you every step of the way. And make sure that you have somebody looking out for you, not the builder, but for you. We've had low supply of inventory in the market for a long time here in Phoenix. And so maybe you've been in the market looking for resale homes and haven't found what you like. Maybe new home construction's for you. Or maybe you're looking to buy a home and you're wondering, what's the best strategy for me? New home versus resale. Whatever it is, if you text the number on the screen, I'll give you a call and we can just have a conversation, talk about what's best for you, maybe offer you some communities that you weren't even aware of. Thank you for joining me. I really appreciate it. And I have just one big request. Please, please, please like, comment, and subscribe. I promise it fires me up and I will continue to deliver value, and I will catch you on the next one.